Hi there, you're watching the Gardens and Graveyards channel. My name is Charisma and today we're in the backyard at the greenhouse. Our neighbor is finishing up building his house, so there's lots of noise going on, but we are going to seal up our greenhouse, and we're using a clear caulk that would be used like in bathrooms and kitchens for the windows, and then we'll use a foam insulation for the bricks, and we'll share a little bit more of that with you later on, but we're just going to get right into the project, and then maybe it'll be a little quieter later.
Stand by.
Okay, so we have the roof all caulked except for the outside edges, which have a different frame, so the gap is much bigger. So I'm actually going to get some weatherproof tape for those gaps because I think it would fill it a little bit better than building and building and building on caulking. But we have that done, and now we can just do the walls, which will be a lot easier because gravity won't be fighting against me with the caulk, because the caulk kept trying to like come out, like drip down, not slide down where it's supposed to be, but like drip onto the floor. Anyway, it's all done, it's all cleaned up, it cleaned up nicely, it looks good, and Spencer got cement blocks all foamed, but it's getting quite warm in the greenhouse, so we're going to take a break throughout the afternoon, either start it back up tomorrow morning when it's cool, or if it cools off enough this afternoon. It is very cloudy, but it's also quite warm, especially inside of the greenhouse, which means it's doing its job, but I don't need to grow like a plant, I just need to stay nice and cool. So we'll be back with this project at a later time. We'll continue the journey together, and then I will give you a tour of exactly what it looks like and what we used and all that stuff. So just to give you an idea of what we've been up to, this is all caulked, and you can see that it's white now, but it dries clear. So this one's already starting to dry pretty good. So you won't see it when it's fully dried. And then this crazy mess, thankfully these will just come right up with a little extra effort. We could just use a spackle trowel thing to just scrape it all off when it's ready, but it takes 24 hours to cure, so we're gonna let it do its thing, and then we'll try removing the excess. All right, day 2, we're gonna cut all the foam off of the bricks with some kind of tool. The directions say knife. So we have a few different knife-like tools, but Spencer has used a spackle?
No, a putty knife.
Putty knife in the past, so we'll see if that works. We're just gonna use the best tool for the job.
Oh, you're working it?
Oh yeah, that cleans it up nice after you get the excess.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know what I like to do? A lot less work.
There you go.
A lot less work.
Yeah. Exciting. That is all buttoned up. We have all the silicone on the walls and the roof and the foam insulation on the concrete blocks. It rained last night, so I don't have to hose it off to see if it worked. There was not a drop of water on the floor this morning. Of course, you know, if there's little bits and pieces that need to be addressed in the future, we could absolutely do that. But we only have one more thing that we need to do to make sure that this greenhouse is ready to be put to work, and that is to anchor it, which we will be sharing in a video next week. So stay tuned, stay subscribed, because there's more to come. And then we still need to build our door. Helicopter. We still need to build our door. I'm waiting to hear about some parts that I need to finish it. So that will also be coming in a future video. And then, of course, all of the fun infrastructure inside, right? So the shelving and the seed trays, just all the storage, everything that's going to go inside that's actually going to make this greenhouse work for me. But I wanted to share the products that we used and just give you a couple of close-ups of what we did in this video as far as making it weatherproof. So what I really love about our choice of using clear silicone opposed to tape is that when you're looking around in the greenhouse right now, you cannot see any of it. Whereas some tutorials, my voice is going to change because I'm in an empty greenhouse now. Some tutorials show to put a weatherproof tape all the way around your plexiglass and then slide it into the channel that it goes into. My concern with that is it would eventually start peeling, right? Dirt would get underneath it, it would start peeling, especially on the outside. Even though it's waterproof, weatherproof tape, we have so much rain on the Oregon coast and wind that I'm pretty convinced that I'd end up with like flaps of tape just flapping around. Plus, you would see like this big, you know, thing of tape, even though it'd be clear, it'd be like a milky color. And you would see it. Whereas the silicone looks really nice and finished and just professional looking, in my opinion. It was pretty easy to clean up. It came off of the plexiglass really nicely without any, you know, residue or anything like that. It just made a nice, super clean, solid caulking. Same with the rooftop. We did the same thing. Put the silicone in there, and then on the concrete bricks, the silicone that we use is just this DAP brand that I got at Walmart. It is acrylic latex caulk plus silicone, and it's waterproof, easy cleanup, interior, exterior. I've used this brand in my bathroom before and liked it, so I know that it's a good product. And then for the concrete bricks, we used this insulating foam. This particular one expands and seals up to 1 inch, and that's because the size of the tube, right? The one we used was actually 1 to 3 inches, which is maybe a little more excessive than we needed it to be, which is fine. I got this one in case we had any openings that we wanted to like address in the future. But you could see that it just fills it in really nicely, and we were able to just slide the big bubble off and sand it down, and it looks all clean. And it's going to do a fantastic job in keeping the cold air from blowing in here. So the intention behind weatherproofing the greenhouse was not exactly to like airtight, absolutely no raindrop and no bit of wind is going to come through here. That's just not feasible when you're talking about a DIY kit greenhouse. This wasn't, you know, built by Hartley or anything. It was just homeowners DIY with a kit in a box. So we're not expecting like super high quality, perfection. But with those little additions that we added on there, it will definitely upgrade the quality and the ability of this greenhouse to work for us in the way that we want it to. So that is going to be it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you are gaining some insight and inspiration on building your own greenhouse, if that's something that is in your future. And I hope that you're celebrating your life today. We will see you in the next video. Bye.